Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the head coach of the South African Senior Men's National Team, Coach Hugo Broos. Coach, please give us a summary of this game that we've just played now, and after that, we'll open the floor for this guys to ask questions.
Well, I think that everyone can agree that we played today a very good game. We dominated Panama for 90 minutes, and it was only from 2 mistakes that we made in all the game that Panama had some chances. So the first goal, I think we have to kick that ball in the stands. We wanted to do too nice. I told it also during halftime, there is nothing wrong with kicking the ball in the stands when you're under pressure. After that, they had the chance to score. It was a nice goal. And the second chance was in the second half, where we played the ball a little bit too soft. We put Okon in danger, we lose the ball, and 10 seconds later they kicked the ball on the post. And I think that was only the only thing, or the only moments we were in danger. For the rest, if I counted good, I think we had 9 chances today. That's maybe the only negative point from the game of today, is that we didn't score enough comparing the chances we had. But for the rest, it was good football, good combinations, using the space, creating space, creating chances. I'm very happy with the performance. It was a big difference with what we showed in Morocco. I think we can tell, we have to wait till the game of Tuesday, but if we can play the same game as today, I think we can tell that we have again the Bafana team that we all know and that we are so enthusiastic over. It's of the last 2-3 years. Again, I'm very happy as a coach, but I'm very happy for the players also that they could make a very good performance today.
Thank you, Coach. All right, now on the floor. Please again introduce yourselves and let us know from which media house you're from, so the coach knows who's asking the question.
Hi, Coach. That's Themba Zwane from British Times. Just want to get your thoughts on the centre back pairing of Okon and Ndamane, in particular the Okon, since it's easy in the second.
As I said, the whole team played a very good game, and I think also Ndamane today, also Okon. For Ndamane, played already a few friendly games, but for Okon it was his first game, so I think that both players in the center of the defense played a very good game. Ndamane had a few very good passes, certainly the second half. He put with his pass, he put players nearly alone in front of the keeper, and this is something what I wanted to see. I told him before the game that I wanted to see again Ndamane determined, and Ndamane was concentrated, had the focus on the game, and he showed today that he can do that. So I'm very happy with this performance.
Evening, Coach. Susan from Mumbai FM. Coach, I just wanted to get your thoughts on perhaps it was a frustrating evening for Lyle Foster. Do you perhaps have any talk with him, or what's your perspective, what you're saying, or your thoughts regarding him today? Because he really didn't have, it wasn't really a good night for him in front of goal.
Hey, no, Lyle is a very good striker, but sometimes he's a little bit lazy in the game. And I told him a few days ago that we need someone that is more, that moves more, that put the defenders more on pressure. And in the first half, we did some moments, but the second half was much better. When Lyle moves a lot, he's quick, he's strong, he can be more dangerous than when he's waiting for the ball. I know he's strong also when you give him the ball in the feet, he don't use so much balls, but this is not our game. We don't play with someone in attack who keep the ball and then players who playing around. No, we play a football that needs movement, and also for the strikers. So again, Lyle was tired after an hour or after 70 minutes, but okay. I like more that he started after 70 minutes than I'm angry or I'm frustrated that he don't move enough.
Questions?
Good evening, Coach. Now from Soccer Beat. Coach, obviously this is the first friendly, the second one is coming on Tuesday in Cape Town. What would you say are some of the things that you need to work on ahead of the second friendly in Cape Town on Tuesday?
No, I just hope that next Tuesday we play the same game. We play the game on high level. We play good football, modern football. Not only when we had the ball, but also when we lost the ball. So I hope that we can do it the second time, 4 days after the game of today. And that should be very good for us, because when I said already before the game, it is a preparation game. And in fact, the result was not, or is not, so important. The performance is more important, but I didn't want to lose two games one after another again. So the players proved and showed today that they also think the same thing what I'm thinking. So let's hope and that we have a safer performance next Tuesday against Panama, and that then we can win that game. That should be a successful camp if we can win next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hi, Coach. I am Yusuf from Panama. Coach, just a word on Themba. I think today, once again, we saw the quality that Themba Zwane can bring, but he wasn't able, obviously, to play the whole game. And we know he has his fitness issues. Do you feel he still has the legs to probably play like a 90 minutes for Bafana, especially in the bigger games coming up at the World Cup, or are you looking to use him more with Ray off the bench?
You talk about Themba. Yes. I think everybody saw why I put him in the team today. Themba is such a good player. He makes us better play football. But I knew also that he's not ready to play 90 minutes. And we had to take attention with him and be careful with him, not to overload him, because when he should overload him, then he should have injuries, I'm sure of it. So therefore, that was the reason why he came out after 55 minutes. We will see next Tuesday how recuperate. And if he's recuperated, he will play again, because he needs that. And I hope also, but yeah, this is not, I cannot decide about that, but I hope that he gets more playtime in Sundowns also, because he needs that rhythm of the game and need those minutes to play. You saw a few moments also in the game that he was a little bit too slow, and that is the reason is because he don't play enough. But again, if Themba stays like he is now, fit, no injuries, then even when he's not ready for 90 minutes, he will be with us in the World Cup, that is for sure.
Okay. One last question here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Close.
Coach, maybe on Tuesday, could we see a major role in the lineup, since you said you want to see almost all the players in this camp?
If I understand good, if we are going to no, there will be not a lot of changes, not at all. And I know that sometimes players and an overloaded program also the next week. But okay, this is not my problem. I have to prepare the World Cup, and I think when we have a World Cup, a disappointed World Cup, people will not say, "Oh, coach, it's nothing. You save the players of Sundowns." If Sundowns, I think Sundowns has players enough. They have 35 players and so they can change. Certainly here in PSL, if Mokwena plays or Modiba plays or Budal plays, or if they play not, they always win the game in PSL. So I don't see the problem for them.
Coach Talagene from Eyewitness News again.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to focus a little bit on the attack. Is the lack of tall strikers or attackers an issue? Because you do mention that you are a team that wants to play the ball on the ground. But at a World Cup, once your option A is shut down, do we have enough alternatives for a plan B?
You asked me if we have enough tall players. Did you see Barcelona playing already? And I will not compare my team with Barcelona. Don't misunderstand me. But it's not because you don't have tall players that you have a problem. Maybe in set pieces, okay, but we have tall players. Okon and Ndamane, Sitole, Kabini on the bench, Magopa. They are tall enough to do that. So it's not really a problem, not at all. And at the moment you are going to play with tall players, then you play another kind of football. We don't want high balls and all that stuff. We like more combination football. And for that you don't need tall players, but I'm aware of the fact that certainly in the beginning when I was here in South Africa we had much problems with set pieces because we didn't have a player who was taller than 180. So now from our side we looked after that because in modern football when you see in all the teams the central line of the team, there are always tall players. You see the little players on the wings or like the fullbacks, they are never the big ones. I think little by little we go to that. When you see today, we have Sitole, we have Okon, we have Ndamane, we have Lyle. Lyle is not a small one. So little by little we become also in that part of the football we become good. So again, the first thing and the most important thing is quality. And what are you doing with 11 tall boys? You can only play the ball in the air. So and therefore I compare with Barcelona. They never have a cross ball. They never have a high ball. It's all on the ground, and that's what we try also.
Coach, Robin Chukwuka from Sportswire. Coach, I'm just going to take you far now. What will you miss most about this job of Bafana? What will you miss most about this job of Bafana? And Siakolisi coming at the camp yesterday, what did he say to you guys? I mean, Siakolisi, as you know, is a two-time World Cup winner for South Africa when it comes to rugby. What did he say in terms of word of advice, knowing that you guys are going to the World Cup? Can I start? I can start.
No, but if I have to encourage the players to be selected for the World Cup, then there is something wrong with the players. So I don't speak about this and that, and if you do this, and then I will drop you. No. But they all know, and we showed it today, what they have to do, and that has something to do with mentality, that has something to do with discipline, that has something to do in the first place with quality and with attitude. And those things I really observe from close. And if some players, one of the players, don't have those let's say, qualities, then I drop you. Because I know it's important that you're disciplined, that you have a good mentality, that you have quality, and also that you have a good attitude. When you don't have it, you can't have results. And the boys showed it today, what it means when you have all this in your team, and when all the players have one focus, that is, the team has to win. And that was something that we were lost in Africa. Discipline, mentality, attitude, and the quality were not there like it was before. So we put everything again in order, and players received the message, and they showed today, if that is okay, that we are a very good team.
So what do you miss most about South Africa? After you retire, after the World Cup, coach?
World Cup?
Yeah, I'm saying, what do you miss most about South Africa? Because you said you're retiring at the end of the World Cup.
You know, the World Cup is something different, and the first thing or the most important thing is that we are ready in the first game. That will be very important, and that means that the games that we play now and also the game that we play in June, that will help us to be ready for that. And we are able to achieve the level we need. We are able for that. But then again, what I told you, what do you think that we are going to win the World Cup? Is that what you want to hear? Is that what you want to hear?
No. What I'm saying, coach.
Well, what do you want to hear?
Okay. No, I was saying, coach, what do you miss most about South Africa? As you said, you're retiring at the end of the World Cup. What do you miss most about South Africa?
More.
Oh, what do you miss?
Is it more you missed the most?
Well, if we Messi and Ronaldo,